Joining me now is retired Major General David Fraser, the CTV military analyst. And General, thank you as always for joining us.
Roger, good to be with you.
A week into this conflict, is there any hope for the meetings that are happening today with European and Iranian officials?
Well, I think there is some expectation with these meetings of the fact that Iranian authorities have agreed to meet with these ministers, and President Macron has laid out a 4-point plan to discuss, including, the resumption of working with the IAEA, release of hostages, stopping of ballistic missiles. So I think there is some, encouragement that they are talking, and the president has given them 2 weeks to kind of figure out what they can do before the next decision has to be made.
And what do you think that decision will be from the White House with that 2-week warning?
I think the decision is whether or not the United States is going to drop a bunker buster on the Fordo nuclear site, because that's kind of the next step. And, probably in 2 weeks, we're also talking about at the same time, both of the countries are going to pretty well the end of what missiles they have to fire back and forth with each other. So I think, it's going to be a pretty interesting discussion point. And I don't think the president really wants to use the missile.
What would happen if they do decide to launch that bunker buster?
If they launch that bunker buster, now we got United States, in a war with Israel, fighting against a power that called Iran that wants to have a nuclear capability. It could then potentially draw in Russia. It could, raise the dander of China. So, this would change the political calculus tremendously, and I don't think anybody wants that to happen on any of the fronts. And I think, including the president, who's why he's given 2 weeks for people to try to figure out, is there another alternative?
And what should we be looking for in the days ahead that would signal a de-escalation and some hope?
Well, I think we're going to see an exchange of missiles and rockets from Iran and Israel. And I think if there's any negotiation, softening of positions out of Geneva, we might see, Iran just saying, hey, we're going to take a day pause on this because, the talks are going well. And if Israel is willing to accept that, maybe that'll be the first sign of de-escalation. And so we can avoid dropping a bunker buster.
Okay, General, thank you as always for your insight. Appreciate it.
Roger, thank you.